Welcome back to Pathologic 3. And so the tale begins again, and again, and again, and again. Does it begin or does it end? Is there such a thing when the whole thing is a circle? You may remember where we left off last time, talking of the unknown, the inevitable. What price must be paid? I personally find the inevitable far more frightening. But still. Time travel. Now we can time travel. Though, needs must be remarked that at the end of the day like this, shall we just try to see the past? Should we try and see what has come before? Shall we return to a different day? I am so very fascinated at returning to a different period of time. I think that perhaps in our journal we can see fragments, things that we've managed, things that we didn't, things that didn't quite get done. We can see how we've managed to fail. We can see in many instances where we have not entirely succeeded. Do we want to start this day again? Day 3. The day in which we can maybe finally fix everything? Alter these courses of events? There are more things that we can do, things that we didn't fix last time. Things that we could have perhaps altered. Things that we could have perhaps changed. Alter the course of events of acceptance. These are ways that we can change how quests go. If we want to return to a period of time to redo them, then we can see how they should have been. We can remember that at 2 in the morning on day 3, in other words, the beginning of the day on day 4, to change how things go on day 3 or 4? What do we need to change? I don't know what must be changed. Do we want to live this day again? No. I don't think we do. Oh, fuck. Well, we're living it again anyway. I have fucked up. But maybe I didn't entirely fuck up. We have time. We have as much time as we like. We can just keep doing this. We can relive it as we need to. Oops. I didn't mean to skip that.
Шум надоел.
Oh well. But whilst we have time, we can do more here. Pharmacies are closed and supplies are running out, but with my equipment I'll be able to create almost anything I need. I fucked up the projectile before, so maybe that'll change this time though. Let's actually consider this in a bit more of a clear manner. This is where I set up my laboratory. On one side reagents, on the other the work with the prototype. Right now, I'm on the reagent side. A set of reagents for analysis, a set for chemical synthesis. This I can't synthesize antibiotics, but... So what can I synthesize out of that, I wonder? A set of reagents for analysis. Tissues of an immortal. Study the compound that's killing the town. Determine the composition of the mud on a boot. Check a blood type. We can do a lot of things. Now as for the prototype. An apparatus for experiments. Perhaps I can obtain the first vaccination samples, but they're still not suitable for mass productions. Charging station for the prototypes. They will come with a charger. For this device will be smaller than a suitcase. To the reagents. Okay, I think we now explored everything that we can here. Enough time wasted. Let's get to work. Oh. But of course, I can fix the mania, right? Because everything should... Oh, I fucked up because I've already used that loot in there. Oh, maybe I did make a mistake then. I would like to not be so manic anymore. I would also like to know... Ah, there we go. That took a while. Material examined. A supposed vaccine with which younger Olkimsky is poisoning the town. The Odonga invented it. They say it stimulates immunity to sandpest.
Greetings, esteemed doctor. Adrian's my name. Heard you were looking for volunteers, and I was the first to sign up on the spot. As an orderly, mind, not a bruiser. I want to mend, not break.
I appreciate your eagerness.
I've just come from the pub, doctor. No easy feat to get in there. Stampton's barricaded the place like he's expecting a frontal assault, which has happened before, I'll mention.
Go to the point, please. You may describe your misadventures in report. Daniil, let's not be a dick. Yes, that's the Andre I know, all right.
Just yesterday, Kulan cavorted like a wee calf, but now she's not feeling well at all. Shivering to her very bones, fever spiking sharply. I harvested her step blood with all the possible precautions, poked her poor arm over and over. Won't matter much to her soon, anyway.
So I was right. Was Kulan isolated from other visitors? How it's transmitted is still unclear.
I locked her up tight in the back rooms. Here's her blood, still warm too. What will you do with it, doctor? You're not going to make the townsfolk drink it, are you? They don't go much for that approach around here, though those savages of the Termitary have done worse, or so we suspect.
No need to take your shoes off. I'm on the brink of a major breakthrough, and I'll be signing an important new decree soon. To enforce it, I'll likely need everyone available.
Time to brew a real vaccine.
Vaccinate the population with the experimental drug from the Emergency Epidemic Committee. I need to go and get myself slightly more depressed because this mania is killing me. Oh, come on, Dankovsky, find a way to get more depressed. Just go outside for a while, I'm sure that will help. Going outside in a plague is a surefire way to make yourself more depressed. Oh dear, this is a problem.
Mesophania, Dankovsky.
There we go. That's it. I won't let this go. I'm going to complain. I wonder what he's upset about. The twisted ankle. I see. We've spoken to a twisted ankle already. I wonder if these kids have anything else to say. No. Raise the yellow flag. The flag stands for quarantine. We've been through this conversation before. This is so interesting. Interesting that we are returning back to things that we have seen again and again and again. It didn't cost us anything, though. It didn't cost us anything to come back this time.
Gee, that one's mighty ugly.
Whose idea was it to put this nastiness everywhere?
We're scared enough as it is without these towering wooden things. We should put up something nice instead, something beautiful that'll please the eye.
Suppose they were pretty scarecrows. Would you be fine with them then?
Can a scarecrow be pretty? If it's pretty, it's not a scarecrow anymore, is it? What is it with all the philosophers coming out of the woodwork? Are you seriously going to delve all into the dialects of scarecrows now?
Dialectics of scarecrows.
I know. They're to scare off birds, right? It's obvious. Birds spread infection, so they're keeping them away. Such nonsense. What do evil birds ever do to anyone? Birds are God's own creatures. Any infection bounces right off of them.
Avian flu would suggest otherwise, young Todd.
Ma, let's go, Ma. I don't want to be here, Ma.
So, you're saying people aren't God's creatures? Because infection sure doesn't bounce off people.
Are they, though? Birds do no evil. Birds do nothing. People do nothing but evil.
Birds do nothing but evil.
Try again. Try again. Birds do no evil. People do nothing but evil. I'll tell you this much. If there's a plague eating this town alive, we must have had it coming. Serves us right. Yeah, keep wagging your tongues.
It's a I think I'm supposed to be talking to more than just the child, but I love to imagine it is just the child saying all of this at Dankovsky. Including the dialectics of scarecrows and the dialectics of birds.
Ah. It's a plague effigy. Means the infection's already here, and they've locked us up like rats in a plague nest, and they're waiting for us all to croak. We've got to run before it's too late.
I think you get very far. Steps like a sea, you can't cross it on foot.
Have you ever even seen the sea? Tramp, I'll follow the track. You can't get lost if you follow the track.
You're planning on breaching the quarantine?
Quarantine? What quarantine, my dear fellow? All I'm seeing is, in a word, a mess. And I'm done being part of this mess. Done.
Do you imagine the plague? Do you imagine that COVID is a voluntary affair? Do you think you can opt in or out?
Plague is a beastly affair, but what our higher-ups are doing with that quarantine of theirs is twice as beastly. Fuck off.
Listen to your son, he's the only one amongst you that says sensible things like, let's go home.
Maybe stay at home. Maybe just listen to... Maybe just fucking listen. Just for a few minutes. Just for a short while.
Okay. Authority in the right hands. We can just redo the days over and over. We'll be able to do all of this. We can fix all of these things. We can finish every quest now. We can figure a way out of this. We also need to change our decrees though, don't we? Let's review the decrees. Day 3. What decrees do we have? What other options do we have? Change decree. Okay. We need to now deal with the unrest. Curfew. On day 3. First attempt of vaccines on day 3. And protection from the sharpness, 30 contagion. This is probably... Well, we can see that currently the unrest is actually... The unrest is currently okay. Quarantine. Protection from the Shabnak. Stopping the clocks for some reason. Can we only use that once? Oh, it has to last the whole time. Oh, I'm a fool. I need more orderlies. quarantine, curfew, first attempt. Do I just need to not to do quarantine? Curfew. Okay. There must be a better way to do this. Remove the degree on day 5. Remove that degree on day 5. Oops. Curfew. Doing curfew. Quarantine curfew. Okay. That's currently a better outcome, but it's still not the outcome that I want, which is to live past day 5. Well, alright then. We can live. I don't need to use any medicine yet. Well, it does seem to be a good. It's just what have they done with me here? Town hall. Okay, it's the same conversations. Same conversations again and again. Please let me in, mister. My mum's sick at home waiting for her meds. Which building does your mum live in? That one, the one right around the corner. Let me through, please. I have a heart. No funny business, I just need to give her the meds. Shit. Just let the kid in already. No one's allowed in. Quarantine. You ordered it yourself in your decree. Quarantine for everyone, no exceptions. Or is it not for everyone anymore? No one's allowed in except for kids, is that it? No, it certainly is for everyone. My degree stands, but this is a special case. He needs to go back to his mother. She will die without medicine. Do the humane thing and let him through. Okay? Yeah, right. Bad chance you let one kid in, next thing you know, the light bulbs start disappearing from the streetlights. Every other person has a kettle on the stove, or a dying mother, or children left unattended. That's right, she's unattended. She's got no one to take care of her. I've got a little sister in there, mister. She's just a baby. Let me in, please. If you ain't gonna listen to me, then listen to this grown-up here. He's telling it like it is. There's a sister in there, is there? Got illiterate kittens at home too? Not anymore. They all died when you didn't let me through the cordon last time. You don't want the sin on your conscience, do you, mister? But why not let him in? It's no trouble for you, and he certainly won't do any harm. You sure will? Last time, Stepan Silver students went missing from his house. They're like magpies, these kids. They'll steal anything shiny. Really? Was this the boy that stole them? You can't just paint everyone with the same brush. Fuck me. Ha ha! You two like a couple of morons while you were flapping your gums. My pal snuck through the bushes right under your noses. So long, Gramps. Hey, stop right there, you little brat. When I get my hands on you, I'll tan your hide. Shifty little bastards. That's the 3rd time this week. Wherever they go, rations start disappearing. Oh, wait a minute, where's my tobacco? I mean, I guess, but also... Fair enough, quarantine for everyone. Fuck it.
Живое. Какое все живое.
Onwards then. Yep. I don't know how often I'm going to attempt to fight the plague and kill it with the plague dispersal device. Oh, I still only have 13 shots. Oh, I've been a fool. Because I only now have 13 shots. And I'm restarting the day and doing it all over again. Oh, Dankovsky. You had infinite time, but not infinite resources, and time will still kill you. Oh, I have been a fool. How did I not see that? Of course everything seemed rich with resources at the start. Of course it did. Of course I seemed flush with things and could afford to just fuck around. I knew that the resources wouldn't all last me across every day, but they would somewhat reset. But only somewhat. Idiot.
Ведь амальгама не может течь.
I might actually be full of amalgam already. I don't need any more right now. Okay. So long as we have amalgam, though, we can survive anything. Although I would prefer to also have some, other supplies. Drugs. Anything. Very well. Whilst I have an infinite amount of time to survive, I also have an infinite amount of time to die.
Счастливые часов не наблюдают.
Dankovsky, it's you again. How can I help you? I've been to the Trammel. I spoke with Yulia Lyracheva. She said that you wanted to expel her from the town. Expulsion is too strong a word. We simply no longer require her way of thinking. She is free from any obligations to us, and thus she has no reason to stay in the town. But what if she doesn't want to leave? She wants to stay. I understand. It feels very bitter when desires clash with reality, but reality is a stubborn matter. Reality is a stubborn matter, but it always does have a place for impossible objects. Yulia was building those for you, and this is how you repay her. You seem to forget where you are and who you're talking to, Dankovsky. I have made my decision, and nothing and no one will make me change it. Is that clear? Taking out your frustration on a woman, that's petty and unbecoming, don't you think, regardless of her offense? That woman of yours has caused 18 people to get severe mental issues with what she's constructed. And I'm not saying it metaphorically. Those are literal medical issues. Well, what does this mean? I'm not telling you anything else, Dankovsky. All I'm saying is you're walking on thin ice, very thin ice. Think carefully before you take your next step. So what are you going to do? Expel me from the town? Really, Dankovsky, what is this all about? As far as I know, you have a lot to do today. I'm not sure why you are wasting your time on a pointless discussion. Is there nothing more important than Lyracheva's request? She's no relative of yours. Forget her and do some actual work instead. It seems the discussion is indeed pointless. That's queer. Yulia told me that you were the most sensible one of the Kains. She must have been mistaken. Frustrating. I guess Yorki. Surely that can't be it. The lack of little tinctures there, lack of calomel is, calomel, is that what it is? Oh, interesting. The lack of it is certainly, a problem. Was that really all I could do with this quest? Surely I could do better.
Линии судьбы не существует, но ее формулу вычислить можно. И график там такой несложный. Сосимптотой.
Ah, it's you. I wanted to ask you if you managed to speak with the Kains, but I can see on your face that you did. I'm very sorry. I tried to find out what their grievance against you was, but to no avail. How unfortunate. I don't know what I was hoping for. I thought that if they appointed you head of the plague response, they'd at least listen to you, but apparently not. This sounds terrible, but I'm almost glad the town is closed off. Gives me the chance to say goodbye to it. As for you, I wish you luck with your escape. Victor said that you pulled some sort of trick, and that because of that, 18 people lost their minds. What did he mean by that? I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of it. He was on edge and seemed to let something slip. When I pressed him, he bristled and refused to say more. I'll be honest, I had a better opinion of him. Victor seemed like a reasonable Kain, the only truly sane one among them. Now he's just making up facts about me. A sad sight. Something doesn't add up. Victor does come across as an extremely pragmatic man, but when I mentioned you, his expression changed completely. No forgiveness without repentance, eh? How very unusual. Is there anything else I can do today? I have now finished the day with slightly less time than I should have had. I'm a fool. Well, let's finish up the day then. Finish up this day that we are redoing, so we can overlook. Perhaps trade on that too. Why would I want that much twirling? Why would I need that much twirling? Does having the recipes help? I am fascinated because I don't know what this all does. Hyoscyamine, alkaloid extracted from henbane, depletes the heart rate, disrupts memory, provokes fits of rage, immensely invigorating. Addictive, less effective with every use, which is presumably why it only gives you 44 mania rather than 50. Twirine, a viscous infusion of local herbs, it is claimed to have unpredictable effects. Partially true, causes hallucinations. Mania 147. Meridorm. I have missed Meridorm. Powerful sleeping draft used to heal one's pains as they sleep. A surgeon's and an alcoholic's best friend. Removes hand tremors when consumed in small doses. I think it would only do that if you were consuming in enough doses to cause hand tremors with the withdrawal. Addictive and less effective with every use. I get the impression that I'm losing something here. Well, we're about to leave anyway. Okay, actually it's not too bad.
Как будто вещи живут.
Time weighs upon me and what robs me of my time. Does that just mean that I walk slowly?
still missing something, but I believe that this is probably as much as we can do today. The day in which everything began to fall apart. Let's see. I'm rich. I'm insanely rich. Can I do anything with this newfound wealth? Probably not. I think that was just the items that I had from before, wasn't it? Okay. Day 2, in which the Bachelor disturbs the Earth twice. Day 4, which abruptly ends at 3 p.m. Day 5, in which the Bachelor will grab the only remaining thread that may lead to Simon Kain. I think that a sensible strategy when trying to undo mistakes of the past is to try to go as far back as one can to unknot the threads, to get through and out of the tangles. If we fix earlier mistakes, then later ones should also be fixed, right? Day 2. Oh, you again.
Герой — это тот, кто погиб за других. А вы не герой. Вы так, мелочевка.
Would you be so kind and grace me with your signature, Honourable Bachelor? Right on this line, if you please. Can I at least read it first? What good are signatures if everyone's going to read the papers first? Just a statement that you're speaking with me of your own free will, by your own desire, dare I say it, that you volunteered to tell me your sorrowful tale. You must be joking. What free will? They almost dragged me here in chains, for heaven's sake. But didn't you want to tell me about the second day? Just a reminder, I wasn't asking about it. It's you who insist that the events preceding the plague outbreak are crucial for understanding it. They are. But you're making it sound like I wanted this entire interrogation. Don't you? Don't you care what kind of impact Bachelor Dankovsky had on the nameless town on Gorgon? Well, I, as a player, do care about that. Wonderful. Now then, day 2. According to witness testimonies, Bachelor Dankovsky desecrates the body of the deceased town sage and healer, heightening social tensions among the local people. Wait a moment. So, you actually know what happened that day? You were just pretending that it wasn't important. As far as I understand, it was in Isidor Burdock's house that you discovered the first signs of, There's no official name for the disease yet, as you correctly said yourself an hour ago. This disease is as yet unknown to science. They called it the Sand Plague. It doesn't matter. You broke in. Don't interrupt. So fine, I'll rephrase. You entered Isidor Burdock's house with what purpose? With the sole purpose of robbing Isidor blind and selling his belongings to the nearest pawn shop. There was but one flaw in my perfect plan. The town doesn't have a pawn shop. You're so intent on seeing me as an enemy. I'm a scientist. I pick enemies of a significant higher caliber than a middle-aged Homo sapiens with an unhealthy liver and pancreatitis, further aggravated by, if I may venture a guess, significant exhaustion and cardiac insufficiency. I'm calling you a drunk. Oh, what delightful tricks. Even my pancreatitis. Well, it's not an uncommon problem in my demographic. Still, colour me impressed. Do you pull rabbits out of your hats for your patients like that, too? Comes with the trade. A physician's eye is trained to notice symptoms. We can't just turn it off. Yeah, that's unfortunately true. Enough. We're wasting time. Have it your way. I'll close the report and pretend I know nothing.
Tell me what you did on the second day, and what interests me most is not your detective games, but the origin of the plague. I hope you don't think I killed Isidor Barak. Of course not. That line of inquiry was the first I crossed out of the report. The murderer was suspected to be Isidor's own son, Artemy. His son didn't kill him. Can you just let me tell you about my findings? Here we go. What needs to be done today? The beginning of this day. Okay. We know there's a few plot threads out hanging here. An echo of Simon is hidden in Isidor Burdak's study. We need to get into that study. That's important. Playing detective. Even if I believe the tales, why do I need Isidor's killer? Let the authorities deal with him. I needed Isidor alive. Day 2. The second outbreak. I must recall whether I opened the hospital. We can change all the outcomes here. Final refuge. Today the late Isidor is being buried. Do I have a chance to examine the body before he's buried? After burial, Isidor's body is inaccessible for examination. To exhume it means to bring both the wrath of the entire kin and the town authorities upon myself. Change that. I let the authorities deal with him. I needed Isidor alive. Wait. Have I just already done this? Alas, the day I found no time to visit my colleague. Or did I come too late and run into a locked door? Where did I find... We've done this. We know Grief is dead. Something is wrong in this. Have I already done this? Perhaps I have, but I thought I did it just the first day. I thought... Okay. Let's start this. Day 2, in which the Bachelor disturbs the Earth twice. Okay. A good start. Nothing else in the clock there. We don't have the capacity to issue decrees yet, so that's not available now. We can begin, though. Of course, the kids aren't here. The prototype I can't load with anything yet. Nothing to use projectiles yet either. Okay, I've got nothing here I can analyze at present. But I do have things that I can loot. Eva's probably around here still somewhere, isn't she? Hello there.
Юлия очень умна. Жаль, что это трагический ум.
So how's that Cecil in your head? Are you getting used to it? Remember what we talked about last time? Did we talk about it yesterday? I didn't say yesterday. I said last time. I don't understand. Alright, never mind. I dreamed last night that we have 3 seasons here. Makes sense, doesn't it? Everything else comes in 3s. 3 ruling families, 3 mistresses, 3 parts of the town. Just 3? Like the 3 healers? The 3 protagonists of this tale? Feels more like 12 and a half, at least. You're thinking of the districts. Each district has its own character, but broadly speaking, the town is divided into 3. The stone yard surges forward, and the earth clings to its roots, and the knots bind to one another. 3 banks, separated by the branches of the Gorgon. I suppose you are right. But that's just another way of talking about ourselves. After all, one cannot live without the other. The town is indivisible. It is a single organism. I've noticed the animal symbolism, but your town doesn't seem whole to me. It's more like a chessboard broken into squares. You don't see the town as a whole, unified whole? Why?
What do you mean, why? It just is that way. Not for everyone. For instance, I can walk along the entire bank of the Gorkon without pausing to catch my breath. But you say you keep stumbling whenever you cross from district to district. That's how you see the world. Why? All of these are very interesting thoughts, Daniil, but which one's the one that we are thinking right now? Probably... speaking as a doctor that have just returned from a shift today, don't think this one feels the correct one, even for me. Are you hinting that I'm fractured myself? Not a piece of myself, not a unified whole? There's a grain of truth in that. But I think for many, the town is fractured without Isidor and Simon. For many, but not for you. Not for me. I rarely leave Stillwater anyway. What does Simon have to do with it? Others will tell you that his authority kept people in check, and without it, they went mad and conflicts arose. But I don't think that's it. Simon wanted this fracturing, and the fact that you see it is a part of his grand design? I don't know, but I think it's important. In the end, it will help you, not hinder you. At least I'm not wasting time on dull walks from point A to point B, like in Pathologic 1. No, I think it's terrible. I wish I could see your town differently. Oh, we gained back our amalgam. Brilliant. Well, there's no more time to waste. Ooh, what has happened? Very well, so we have the opportunity to... The final refuge. Today, the late Isidor Burak is being buried. Do I have a chance to examine his body before that? Yes, we do. It's in the cemetery. Today they bury Isidor. The time is unknown to me. Okay, so we do need to do that relatively sharpish. Somewhere here, children supposedly saw Isidor's killer. Okay, so that's something we also need to do. Here, I'm to quarrel with the Kains forever, or could this have been avoided? Okay, well, I mean, clearly this is the thing that is closest to us. But should I do it? Hello.
A man lies here. He's brought you time. Accepting his gift will be an act of mercy.
You're the cathedral's caretaker. How will the cathedral live without your care?
There's more truth in your question than you realize. The cathedral doesn't need a beholder. I take care of it because I'm used to it, not because my work is necessary.
So what are you doing here?
You need to take away this man's time. His name is Leonetti, and his hours are numbered, and he's clinging to them tooth and claw, but he won't be able to keep them. There are medications that can help him release his grasp.
What is this man even doing here?
He was looking for healing, but he's collapsed at the threshold. His time is all but up.
Time, this, time, that. You just keep repeating the word.
The man is suffering because he's trying to hold on to his last few minutes. If you relieve him of hope and pain, he'll die peacefully, and those minutes will be yours.
Do you think I'm a vampire or something?
Do you have a reflection?
Well, I don't enter houses uninvited either, though that's just because I'm polite.
I was joking. The cathedral's machinery is working. Theoretically, anyone could collect the last moments of dying people. I have some medicine on me. Take it.
The cathedral's machinery?
Our cathedral produces time. It also allows someone to capture it. You know by now that there's a lever inside. It allows you to mend amalgam vessels when they are broken.
It's curious. I felt something crack inside me when... Oh, you won't believe me.
The body has blood vessels, and also amalgam vessels. The former carry your scarlet past, while the latter carry your silver future.
Venerable Crimson, open to thy heart, thy warrior messenger.
Again, a deep cut to The Void, another Icepick Lodgebait, a game that not many people know. Very good game, worth playing. Anyway. Didn't you know that?
You know what? I won't give you a witty retort. There's clearly an immense experiment happening in this town. It's not scientific to reject inexplicable phenomena, just rigid.
I only explained mercy to you. You don't have to show it.
If euthanasia is not just merciful, but also useful to me, I should certainly consider performing it.
We'll find dying people in plague districts. They're lying on the ground, grieving their fate and refusing to accept it. Find them and take their time.
How do you know all this?
I'm the cathedral's caretaker.
Such a strange town you have here. The used time of these unfortunates may yet be utilized. I only need to find the correct dose of the inducing drugs to make before the heart stop beating. I can only extract amalgam if the patient dies of painless death. Too high or too low a dose could cause myself harm. But we don't need more amalgam right now, that would be a waste.
Шум надоело.
Very well. This is before anything breaks out, so we can move freely still. This should be a relatively straightforward day in many ways. I say that, yet I could be completely wrong. Bridge Square. Oh, hello. Mister, do you really fix people? I suppose I do in a sense if you don't break them completely, or if I don't break them completely. And doggies, can you fix doggies? To be clear, when you say fix, you mean cure, right? Are you sure you got the right man? Any veteran airman would work, even you. There's a doggy in a cage in our gang's fortress, but you stopped eating and we're worried about him. A little bit. Why is it in a cage? He's being punished. The doggy snuck into our fortress and was being really naughty, so we, locked him up. But now he's sulking and he won't eat. He's getting real skinny and he just sits in the corner wheezing, and I think he might be broken.
What do you mean wheezing? Is it having trouble breathing?
That's what we're worried about. He was okay at first, but now he whimpers and snaps at us if we get close. Poor doggy.
Alright, I'll take a look at the dog.
This, of course, is not going to be a literal dog. The soul and a halves live here. They have problems with the pup. This is going to be the dogheads, right? That's an actual human. That's a child, right? That's what they're talking about, right? Is this so much to ask? Just one more hour. Just 30 minutes.
I don't understand. Are you talking to the cathedral?
Of course I am. Who else would I talk to? But it's no use now, no use at all. The cathedral doors are like eyelids. It's closed them to mourn Simon, and it's not letting anyone in until it's done grieving. Calamity. I don't know what to do. The time, why do we get it now?
Did I hear that correctly? Asking the cathedral for time?
Oh, you're a newcomer, aren't you? I can see why you're all in the dark then. It crafts time, our cathedral. What else would I ask it for? We won't give anything besides time.
So then why are you asking for time?
Huh? Can there ever be too much time? Since I began asking, the day is becoming longer and longer. I have 32 hours already in my personal day.
Why do you need 32 hours in a day?
Oh, you little loony man. What's there not to understand? First, I get more life under my belt, and that's not bad already. Second, I've got 5 kids, you know. To manage it all, you need only to slap 40 more hours a day at least. I've got 32 now, and I'll still have to rush around all the time. Well, I've got pills. They don't add hours to you today, but they do help with delirium. This is an early day. What if I get a recipe early? I don't have enough stuff. I do not have enough stuff. I don't really want to get rid of my morphine. Not this is not worth that. Not yet, at any rate. Well, here we go. Let's find out how we pissed off Georgi. Pens, cigarette case, shells. Those might be handy. Do we need more amalgam? I don't think we do, not yet.
В наше время стыдно быть безграмотным. Человек обязан уметь прочитать знаки судьбы.
You're quite insistent, bachelor. These walls still grieve for Simon. The house is not yet ready to receive guests.
I realize how a visit at this time looks, but I see it as my duty to offer condolences in person.
Your duty? To whom? What else does this duty entail? We barely know each other, and you did not know Simon at all.
I haven't been here long, but I'm aware of how much he meant to the town. Not a mere ruler, but more the cornerstone of some vast and intricate building.
Unless this is flattery, perhaps you did understand Simon. And all of us. Why have you come? Are you counting on Simon's family to help you, to shed a light on his secrets, getting your money's worth, so to speak?
Arrogance. Arrogance. The least worst option. I don't know how to answer that, Georgi. Obfuscation in the face of scientific interest is not my strong suit. And yes, I doubt Simon is still of scientific interest.
Careful, bachelor. Honesty is the best policy, but tact has its own rewards. You stand in the home of a deceased man talking to his brother. Choose your words more carefully.
I chose as carefully as I could. I only had 3 options. I choose to say that honoring Simon's memory involves, among other things, studying the phenomenon of his life and understanding his work.
Not all of Simon's work is here in the Crucible. It's all around us, in the eyes of every person on the street. The town itself is Simon's work. Have you studied the town yet, bachelor?
I admit I'm not very interested in the town. I'm not an ethnographer, a historian, or say a construction worker. I'm a doctor. No. I'm just getting started. But I am aware it's an unusual place, built by unusual people. I'm a stranger, however. I ask that you help me uncover the town's secrets.
Your dogged pursuit of other people's secrets is obnoxious, bordering on impertinent. But I believe your motives are sincere, bachelor. But this is too soon. Curb your zeal and allow us to come to terms with our loss.
Come to terms with you'll also hide the fact that Simon's body has been stolen from you. Don't bother to protest, I know.
You know? How? That's unimportant. You wouldn't believe me anyway. Well, you're right. We don't have the body. And the fact that you know that matters more than you think. I may have an inkling why. Simon warned me you were coming. He said a doctor will arrive on the second day and ask to see the body. If he says it's been stolen, he is the one. Tell him to look for it. He warned you. Inconceivable. Of course he did. I did not understand what stolen body he was talking about. And here you are, Bachelor, speaking the words I have long been waiting for. Hopefully our conversation will be different from now on. Let's start at the beginning. Please tell me how Simon died. I know less than you're hoping for. Shortly before his death, Simon disappeared. Neither we nor the townspeople saw him for several days. He returned in the middle of the night, instructing everyone in the house not to eat meat or drink water for a week. And he gave no explanation. None. But he didn't need to. You must understand, he was a man who existed on a different plane. We accepted his instructions to mourn without question. Now I am sure he knew he was dying. Afterward, he locked himself in the focus, saying he wasn't to be disturbed. What is this focus? A focal point in our modern sense, or an erudite reference to the original Latin word for hearth? It is both. The focus is Simon's private space. It does have a physical entrance located in the wing of the Crucible currently occupied by our younger brother Victor. The wing used to be Simon's, but by the time Victor grew up, Simon had learned to manipulate space as to make do only with his study. I don't understand, so there's more to Simon's study than meets the eye? The focus is Simon's study. It is also his bedroom, as well as his workshop, library, laboratory, and whatever else he needed it to be. But the focus is also a state of mind in resonance with a state of matter. Discovering that resonance was one of life's greatest achievements. I'm not surprised it was where he died. So it is the site of his death. The focus cannot be entered unless its owner wills it. However, that night I woke up with an irresistible urge to knock. I cannot explain it. It was as if a hook lodged itself in my heart and dragged me towards the door. Clara. Simon didn't respond, but I was able to enter. He was already dead. What exactly did you see? Testimony from before anything was moved was very important. I'm unsure of my memory. It's clouded from the shock from the effects of the focus. The state of the body shocked me, twisted and mutilated as if through torture, like an invisible force had wrung all the pain it could from Simon, though he fought it to the last. I know you say you're unsure, but doesn't this mean that Simon was murdered? That someone crept into the study and... Only if Simon let the murderer in himself. Locks are not what guards the focus. Besides, I do not believe a visitor would retain the capacity to end a life. As I told you, it is a state of mind, not a three-dimensional space. Very well. Nevertheless, I would like to examine the place he died. Now that you've proved you are the one Simon was expecting, I do not and cannot object. The question is whether the focus will feel the same way. Go to Victor's wing of the house and try it. I cannot help you. Indeed, I could not even help my nephews, my own Cain blood. It is a trial everyone must take alone. Thank you for your permission and this conversation itself. Good luck, Bachelor. Stop by sometime. I'm sure I can find plenty to talk about with a guest of Simon's. Another thing, I'm sure you will locate the body and study it. I am prepared to entrust it to you, but please promise me you will identify the thief. Of course. It is in our common interest to do so.
We fixed something. We unfucked something. Reconciliation. The ruling families call me their friend. We know that this will have repercussions later, but where and when is still unknown to us. But we have things to do. We've got 2 dead men to analyze, and probably a dying child as well. Interesting though, this dying child, this is the one that Burak should be saving. Why are we saving? Huh. Kids like him dissect frogs out of curiosity. Or cruelty. Then again, with children like that, is that there's not really 2 sides of the same coin. Victor doesn't need a clock to know the time, but what does he need clocks for? Portrait of his wife? The late Maria? The study is locked. I must grasp its essence to get inside. If only I could understand what that means. If only. I think the only way that we're going to really understand this is to also understand understand what happened to Isidor. 2 dead men, both of whom have died in relation to the oncoming plague. And also, well, many other things to boot. Perhaps we should come back later when we understand. I say later, maybe I mean earlier. What is time? A linear series of events, I guess. Should we stop by the dog on the way there? Sensible enough plan, don't you? We're passing the dog anyway. I see no reason to not pay them a visit. I'm beginning to warm up to this idea of the town like this as a map. The Bachelor is a top-down view of things, certainly in the way that the much more boots on the ground are to me. It's not the same way. We don't need more. We're actually okay. I'm not going to break all the mirrors here because I think they will remain broken and that will be a waste. Okay, it's around here. Looks like the one. That's their flags. Oh, this is very familiar. Oh, I'm haunted by memories of dead children. Very well. Notkin, Solanar's chieftain. There were 2 large gangs of children in town. The Solonar halves kept animals and called them their halves, which supposedly understood them better than any humans did. Every Solonar half had such an animal companion, though I never saw a single one. They've got Philip Pullman's demons.
Как бы мне еще ногу починить?
Your problems, little imp, are caused by the tower. You've completely lost touch with the earth up there. I used to be like that too. Remember when we all used to play together? But now the games are over. Don't go soft on him, Cheaton. If he's turning up his snout at food, let him. So the doggy was a doghead all along. I should have guessed. He violated the treaty. He stalked around our turf, and he broke into the warehouses because he wanted the lanterns. Our guys were gonna give him a thrashing after they caught him, but I wouldn't allow it. See, Doctor? There he is, unharmed.
He's just refusing to eat for some reason, which is why we sent for you. What's this treaty you mentioned? The treaty says to keep to your own turf and not come sniffing around ours. And here's one of them, not only trespassing, but stealing from us to boot. And that's like spitting my face and rubbing it in. It's personal. I can forgive a lot, but if I let this kind of foul play slide, I'd lose my own gang's respect. So you locked up a trespasser like the big tough gang you are. Well, now what? What's your plan? The plan was to punish him and send a message to the others, but then he went on a hunger strike on us. Perhaps you might just let him go. You can't keep him forever, you know. Let him go? Come on. We can't let him go, and next thing you know, he's out there blabbing about our lantern cache. He'll tell all his doghead pals. Don't listen to the doctor, chieftain. We can't let the pipsqueak go. We can't. You've tortured a child within the inch of his life. He can barely speak anymore, and you're going to starve him to death. Go to Khan, Doctor. Tell him I'm here. Oh, looky here. The little mutt just whimpered something inhuman. What's that you're whining about, puppy? You want Khan here, huh? Do you want to dance a jig for you too? Forget it. Talk to me, prisoner. How you holding up? You want to say, well, to lay off your hunger strike or get sick for real? You've got to fetch Khan. Khan will help. Khan's their top dog. Those pups are all up in the tower where the winds have blown the last of their wits away. They think that putting on a mask is all it takes to reject their animal nature, but that's just silly. How can you overcome your nature without a mask? How can you just overcome your nature with a mask? I reckon Khan sent this little dolt to us to begin with. His plan was to steal our lanterns. Now he's holed up in his tower, afraid to even peek out. Do lanterns really warrant such severe maltreatment? Well, first of all, there was no whatever. You know what I mean, Doctor. Didn't happen. We did try to feed him, and he refused to eat. And second of all, screw you too, okay? I told you, Doctor, it's not about the lanterns. He violated the treaty. Then go fetch Khan if you can't settle this conflict without him. What was the point of sending a messenger for me? Yeah, sure. We should send a messenger to Khan so he grabs him and takes him prisoner. What kind of jackass would just walk into captivity? Use your brain, man! We sent for you because Pup is starving himself. And that's not right. We're not beasts, unlike them. I want to do this the proper way, treaty and all. You know, alright. I'll tell Kain Jr. that you're expecting him. Now, are you sure that you haven't gotten cold feet? If you're the leader here, why don't you go and talk to him and negotiate if this is also important? Though you were a sensible man, I could have had a sensible conversation with Doctor. I don't want war, I don't want bloodshed. All I want is to find a reasonable way out of this, but the ball's out of my court now. Fide sacre vide. Should I tell Savarov? No. Don't fucking call the cops on the games of children. Like, I don't think that's gonna ever be a good idea. Maybe that's just my anarchism showing. Very well. But we have some options. We're not going to do that one, but we are going to go down here, then up here, then back again. We can do this. What a weird route to take. Why would I take 25 minutes doing that? That seems remarkably stupid. I can do this in 10.
Where's the exits out of the Crucible? Here. No. Perhaps this was stupid after all. Oh, I do have to exit north. Well, fine. Still saved a bit of time. That took 16 minutes rather than 27. I'll take that. Cemetery. Perfect place for worms.
No dying today, Mengen. Tomorrow you may. The earth is off limits for strangers today. Important ritual is underway. Important man died. Aradzon Gashudaza. Do not meddle with the mourning for Isidor.
May I see this important man? He is important for me too. It was him who summoned me to this town.
You may not. He, Isidor is not here. He is passing the trials of Suok.
Who is Suok?
You will learn in due time when the earth calls your body back.
Are these trials of Suok at the funeral or not? What are they?
The body is being prepared to meet Bodo. Soon they'll bring it. Bodo will see it and say his words. Bite Chulije Bayanabdi.
Isidor's body is not at the cemetery yet.
Why do you ask, eh? It is a big, important ask. One cannot appear before Bodo just as he is. Important man, important preparations. Do not meddle by hard.
I dream of a future where bodies will not need preparation for burial because nobody will die, you see.
You, Zudelekshi, dream too much. Men like you often come to our land.
I know, but I don't know why yet. I assume the funeral was also already underway. Oh, thank you. Nope. I can't get there. Middle of the day. This is the middle. It's 1 p.m. Oh, fuck off. Well, I can do something else then. This is actually probably going to be a quicker route, I think. Because if I do this and then jump back, that saves me time. Because the calculation will also be like 0 minutes. The calculation was 3 minutes. Okay, I admit I made a mistake. It does seem to be, though, that using the map to travel does save me more time from time than running there myself. Hello, Murky.
Раньше папа приносил с завода продукты.
Don't want to talk to you. Grandpa Isidor said I don't have to if I don't want to. Isidor Borak was your grandfather? You stupid. That make me Bear's daughter and I'm not my own person. But you knew Isidor, right? You don't call people grandpa willy-nilly. He didn't. I didn't. He just taught us things is all. Taught us? So there were several of you? No, there weren't. Don't want to talk to you. Go away. You don't have to talk to me. Just tell me one thing. Have you seen anyone here? For instance, a very small boy with a very large head. Like a matchstick, a sticky figure. I haven't seen anything, but Sticky was out and about here.
I thought he would be the one lurking around this house today, and that he'd noticed something important. They're laying Grandpa Isidor in the ground today. My friend told me that the ground won't take him and he'll keep falling back out, but Sticky won't let me go watch, so I'm sitting here by the house. Right, so you and Sticky didn't attend the funeral, but... No. What friend told you that? My friend. Fine. You kids and your games. Where is Sticky now? Trying to catch the killer? He's scary. He'd run away for sure. I won't. I want to help Sticky. The murderer was sneaking around here, but he ran away from us. Didn't want to talk either. Sticky said we had to go to the station. Said they caught murderers like that one on the railway tracks. Could it be that I finally have a chance to get to the bottom of at least this one death? The killer's planning to flee town. Smart. Especially since it will soon become impossible. The curse has come from the steppe. Angered by the we had, Woken Sook. It's all that blasted railroad cut through the steppe it has. Every engine picking at the wound anew with its wheels. Stop wagging your tongue, missus. The tracks have nothing to do with this. Have you seen how much soot they discharged from the factory events yesterday? That's where the filth comes from. They'll poison us all with sulfur and lead, the murderers. What will we breathe, eh? Lead and sulfur. It's not the vents, mister. It's Berkshire. Big sorrow, big... Granny told me this sorrow happened very, very long ago. 5 years ago. Began with muck on the walls, too. More like 20 years ago, child. What kind of sorrow happened 5 years ago? The plague, my good man. What else? One fierce hag, that one. You said about those 5 years just now, and I can smell the fires and the burnt meat already. Almost made up my mind to leave the patrols that time. Slapped my notes on the governor's table and all. I hated to lock people in sick houses like that. Ugly business that was. But that was all over in 3 days. Exactly. 3 days. Can't be that damn polite again. Defeated it, we did. Buried our dead, cried a rivers, so enough with that now. I'm telling you, it's the vents factory discharge. Just the factory muck on the walls, right? To find out what this muck is, I need to take a sample of it first. Use the scientific approach. How do you take it, my good man? It's all the way up there. Only Boulder can reach that high. You out of your mind? Don't touch this muck, just burn it and be done. I should look for more foci inside the house and take a sample. Oh, there it is. Very well. So, lots more stuff to do. Well, nothing for it but to enter Isidor's house again. Let's get to the study. This time we might actually get something out of it. Oh! Rat bastard, What are you doing here? Nothing else in here should do other than deal with you.
Множество живых всегда образуют еще одного живого.
Who are you? You cannot be here. Yabashasan, Sashan. Yeah, I could ask you the same question. Who are you? I'm foreman, and you cannot be here. Outsiders are not allowed here. Tanekagui Hunodi or Ukalgui. This is a kin matter. My business alone. This is a crime scene now, and I'm here to inspect it. You can have a look if you want to, but touching is koryultai. The guards that came here disturbed the lines of this place. Don't do that. It is not allowed.
What lines are you talking about?
You, the guards, you're all zerlegamitad. You show no respect, neither for the land nor for the dead. And I am the foreman. I'm responsible for the lines, for the kin. I should be where Isidor was, even if Isidor's blood has been spilled.
You knew Isidor?
He was Menku. He knew the lines and earned the sacred right to open the bodies. He was my kindred, my Bukui del Rey. I'm here to keep vigil over his blood.
Is, your mourning perfectly understandable, but please understand me too. I would like to help. And for that, I need to know what happened.
This is not your Usharal, not for you to understand. His son Artemi is the one who needs to, and you don't know the lines, Tanigdagui-kun.
Abducit praedam, qui accurit prior. No. But Artemi isn't here, only I am, and I need to inspect the crime scene. Very well. Without him, I surely never guessed or managed to do so. There's a struggle here. Hard to rule out with all this blood. Looks like something was here, like a horn from a sheckhen. Dirty footprints. Fresh, didn't have time to clean them up. A blow from a horn, from a massive claw. There's also that package. Strangely, it draws the eye. But there's no mold here. I need to look for the mold on the walls. Missed something. Missed something? What have I missed? I examined everything I could. The evidence doesn't connect with the mold outside the house at all. Could there be any inside? The bundle on the table strangely draws my attention. And this butterfly. How often do you encounter blue morphos in the Gorkon? I should check the entire second floor.
Да.
What is this? What have you brought here, Tanekai-gui-kun? What do you have in your hand?
A sample of the plague mold.
I have seen it. 5 winters ago. It was because of this that Isidor sealed off the crude sprawl, locked people in the houses. Chonod Hashkaralaba. Oh, they screamed. Why has it returned? How can this be? I thought I had stopped it.
Thought I had stopped it? What's that supposed to mean? You knew about the plague, I take it?
Give that here. You will only make it worse. Tanekdagoikun. Enough. She kan kaltai. You'll make she get out.
I assure you, I have the town's and the steppes' best interests at heart. I need to take the sample. You recognized it.
quick glance at the mold was enough for the superstitious Oyun to flee in horror with my sample. He threw me out at 2. I can't expect anything this way. Shit. Isidor's last parcel now is, and I can't get it. Rats. But of course that was mandatory. Because I couldn't pick it up even if I wanted to. Okay. I can't use the swing. Shit. But how do I get that plague sample now? Shit. This doesn't feel right. I fucked it somehow. That's not supposed to happen. He's not supposed to have my sample. So how do I get past this? Plague sample to share the town authorities. I can no longer get that, so I need to come back here. There's so much to do. I barely have the time to do it in. I suppose this is probably a good enough time as any to go.
Кинофильма замерла.
Иногда кажется, что все только кажется.
You shouldn't be here. It's a big day for the steppe folk. They are burying Isidor today, putting him to rest, and disturbing my dead. Stomping the ground, singing their mourning songs, makes my dead cover their ears. Those who still have ears, that is. You don't approve of their customs? Isidor wanted to lie in the town cemetery. I don't have many steppe folk here. My dead aren't used to strangers. They aren't used to being treated like that. This is a hard day for them. If you're the boss, I guess then I'm asking permission. Would you mind if I walked on the grounds? Tread softly. My dad are restless today with all that ruckus. I'll move like a ghost. Hold on, Doctor. Go watch the funeral. I'll be watching too, but we won't see the same thing, you and I. Find me when they're done. I'll tell you what I saw. Strange offer, but I'll take it. Always have curiosity. That's the way that you win. That's the actual line of scientific inquiry. That's the actual marker of a scientific mind. It's not the arrogance of presumed pseudoscience. It's curiosity. Reuben.
Я уже почти ничего не чувствую.
I heard of you, Dankovsky. You'll be surprised, but I heard a lot about you. We won't talk now. Earth is crumbling over my mentor's dead body, but one day we shall talk. Tomorrow, maybe. Are you a disciple of Isidor's? Don't you go all niminy-piminy on me. You came here for Simon, because he chosen you as his successor. Am I right?
What? No, I have never even talked to the man. I came to study him.
You're a fool, Dankovsky. All the doctors in the capital, he chose you, and you didn't even understand. I'll explain it to you, but not on my mentor's grave, and not behind my nemesis's back.
I'm investigating the phenomenon of Simon. What do you know of his death?
Shut up.
Alright, we'll talk later.
Ene Gashudal, what have we done to anger she? Why does the ground not accept Isidor? Why does it push the coffin with his body back out? It is because he has no continuation. His son does not know the lines. He breaks his own line. The son does not accept his inheritance, and so the ground cannot accept his father.
What did Artemy inherit? I doubt you were talking about the house or property.
His path, his caretaker, that is his inheritance. Since Isidor has left his path, someone else must now walk it. That's what Bodho demands. The young Burak is a good man. I knew his milk mother. A heavy burden, Haraka Ulu, will break his spine. It won't budge. It really won't. Would you look at that? If Grandpa Isidor can't go into the ground, does that mean he'll stay with us, like in the tale of the Gazarduroki Tenushi? Will Grandpa Simon come back too? Do not peek at that Kain sorcerer, Kulged. Isidor kept company with him, and that's the source of all our troubles, Tere Zemete. That is why Bodho is angry.
Kain, sorcerer? Huh. I haven't heard that one about Simon yet. I thought he was well liked here.
Don't listen to him. It's not him talking, but the grief that glows at his throat. Simon was Kaitara Hun to us, just like Isidor, and we lost them both on the same day. Tadano Goibulu, Bide Monu, Kansara Lainabi. The fact that two pieces of the town that are so important were removed at the same time bothers me. Still, you have my condolences.
Hello, Saba. But you won't talk to me. No wonder, I'm playing as Dankovsky. Of course you'll hate me.
К чему душа лежит, к тому и руки приложатся.
Forgive the big city, kill, father. He didn't mean to intrude.
I came to pay my respect. I never met Isidor, but I understand he played an important role in this community.
Thank you. Now be silent.
Your father summoned me to this town. I received a letter from him.
Leave him, Mogakun. Young Burak is searching for his path, Meghen. Open your eyes and see that he is struggling. Eke Hunde. The kin is waiting in awe to hear his words. No one is waiting to hear your words, though, especially not young Burak.
Isidor personally invited me to the town. That must carry some meaning around here.
Young Burak will be gathering herbs for the offering tonight on the bank of Gurkon near Olongo. You may talk to him there. Do not talk here.
Why there?
It is permitted to spill blood there. Here it is not. The earth in that place will be pleased.
What are you, really? It's almost as if Mother Nature was molding out of clay but abandoned the project halfway. This is some advanced diplomacy.
Say what you will, Mogakun. You can talk tonight, but choose your words wisely, Mogakun, for not all of them may be taken kindly. Are you genuinely willing to help me? I'm surprised. Thank you. Did I really come for nothing? I want to examine the body with the morning step people around. They'll tear me apart. Did I really come here for nothing? Today, the late Isidor is being buried. Do I have a chance to examine his body before that? I tried. I came here early. It didn't work. Something is amiss here. I need to figure out a way to work around. I think I've done all I can. Grace, you must surely understand something here that I don't.
А хочешь, я тебе песенку спою?
Halt, Doctor. My dad whispered to me that you were leaving empty-handed. You came too late. I wanted to find out how Isidor died, but in order to do that, I need to examine the body. Isidor will not talk to you. The ritual sealed his body. Even I cannot hear him. My dad whispered to me that Isidor can talk to his son now. He doesn't wish to talk to anyone else. If what you say is true, I wish both Boraks have a good talk. Whatever that means. It's a shame you haven't met Isidor earlier, neither alive nor dead. But it wouldn't have been possible. You didn't even know about the old place. What is this old place? Before he went into the earth, Isidor was embalmed in the largest of the old settlements, Sheken. It means ear in the steppe language. This was a special embalming ritual. No one has been treated that for burial this way for many, many years. You saying this morning his body was in the steppe settlement? Could have examined it. What's so special about this embalmment? It's an old ritual. I don't know the details. The only keeper of this knowledge was trusted with Isidor's body. His hands prepared him for the earth. He made it so that Isidor is now silent for everyone save his son. Well, you were right about one thing. A doctor can learn much more from a body when it's not embalmed. Loop. We go back. We go back. We can undo that. Let's say I had made it there in time. We can loop this. This is not impossible. We just have to do this day again. Very well. We have options now. We have ways that we can view this. It's not impossible. Well, if all you have to do is just, consider a non-linear perspective on time, I guess anything is possible. It's just a shame that a non-linear perspective on time is not exactly easy. Such a weird choice to go around the train tracks that way. Oh well, no other option for it then. Let's go and deal with the train tracks. I don't really have any desires to tell Governor Sabarova what's going on with the kids. I don't think that's useful. Oh, and also map-wise, in the evening they said, right? Bank of the Gorkon in the evening after the funeral. Well, I guess it's not time for it yet. There's not quite enough time, is there?
there's still too much time. We just keep hurrying. We can do this. There they are, the little rats. Oh! Butterfly in a box. Matchstick, some more nuts and some marbles. All that will come handy, I'm sure. Hello, Stevie.
У меня под коленками чешется. Это ничего?
Nevis took your stupid plague finder. Whoever says that is lying. All your baggage was returned yesterday, totally safe and sound.
Plague finder? What's that? So it's not yours. Do you know where I can get a lens for it? You sly boots. So if it's mine, you don't have it, but if it's not, you certainly do.
Hey, no need to fly off the handle. I was just asking. What'd you call it? Therapeutically, that's the word.
Theoretically. No need to get so wound up. I didn't have any plague finder in my baggage. That was back in Pathologic 1.
Why are you here then if you haven't come for your missing baggage?
I'm looking for Isidor Bernard's killer.
Wow. And why's that?
Isidor invited me to this town. What if that's the reason he was killed?
What? You think we're that important? I say I'm the one with a wild imagination.
We'll see about that once we learn why Isidor was murdered. Your surly friend said that you ran to the station after the killer. You didn't catch him, I take it?
I did catch him, but then I felt so sick. And I'm not some weakling. I run faster than even Shrew does. It's all that bloodsucker's fault.
Did he see you? Did you notice that you were following him?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I suddenly felt sick. It's not what you think. He hobbled away further down the tracks. There's a place there, a really creepy one, for the bravest people. Figured right away he was hiding there. I'll just catch my breath and then follow him.
Don't you dare. Why don't I go instead? At least I have a revolver.
Think you can handle it better than me? Yeah, right, Mr. Big C. But you're right about one thing. We can't let him get away. If we don't catch him now, he'll hide so well that no one will ever find him.
What does he look like, this supposed killer? Just give me a brief description.
Brief description? You'll know him when you see him. Who else will be hiding out there? It's bald albino-y steppe guy.
An albino steppe man. That's definitely unique. I've already met a suspicious bald steppe man right in Isidor's house.
Quit yapping. You said you'd catch him, so get moving. Go straight along the tracks and you'll see them, the dead trains.
Go. Okay, fine. Where? The other end. Very well. So I initially had mixed feelings about the quest markers system here with the concentration. Because I felt that it stopped you getting lost in the town, and becoming lost in this place is part of the charm. However, it's not the location, it's not the geography that we're getting lost in, it's time. We are getting lost in chronology. We lose ourselves in time itself. It becomes easy to get lost in knots and tangles of imagined choices, consequences, ways that actions play out. Is that not just what rumination is? Is that not what regret is? replaying events over and over in your head, in desperate hopes that maybe this time you could change the outcome somehow, do something better, learn from the thing that you cannot learn from, try to establish control over something that you had no control over. What? Hold on. Hold on, what? Hold on. What?
Тишины в библиотеке.
What the albino is real. Yep, what are you? Whoa, Jesus.
Город шурчит.
What are you? This has to be a
Лучше бы не
hallucination.
слышать.
Why would trains be at a graveyard like this? What are you? I know
Шум
what you
надоел.
are, plague creature. I know that you are again.
На автонатике было тихо.
Right? Just because Clara believes otherwise doesn't mean that's true.
Тишины бы. Шум надоел.
Am I just being led around in circles?
Каждый скрип, как выстрел.
What is this? A nest of... It's like a bird's nest, but it's filled with junk, including junk that's anachronistic to the era. This shouldn't exist here. What? Stubborn one. Pushy, prying. What do you want? Not enough sick? Everyone has enough sick from us, but you want more? So it wasn't just me. You're the ones who affect me this way? We do that to all. Like you can't be near us. We don't fit inside you. We don't match. Why prying? We don't pry into your human nests, so don't destroy ours. Well, that's not true. One of you was seen next to a human's house today. Well, I think it was one of you. Others' nests we don't touch. We just look from far away. So you go far away too. Wait. Someone died yesterday, and today one of you went to look at his house. Why? Pushy, poking his nose, asking. Rude, doesn't offer an exchange. In exchange? I haven't the foggiest idea what you might want from my pockets. Want, sweet word, it sizzles. We need your unneeded, so it become needed by us. We are unneeded things too. You see, we nest in these unneeded iron boxes. They were left to die in forgottenness here, just like we were before. We took them for ourselves. What are you? We came from Babel, like all the things living, not living, and dead. The living is easy to return to Babel when they become unneeded. Iron boxes can't do it easy. We can't do it easy. You
cannot be near. You're sick next to unneeded things, like nothing's there, like it never was.
Thanks, I noticed that. But which one of you went to the dead man's house?
He can't see it. We're all covered in town stuff, but he can't see it. He will see, with face taken off, but then no face left. He should give his unneeded in exchange. If unneeded, it makes his face unneeded. It needs an in exchange. He can't give his face. He's stuck to it. Give in exchange something not stuck on.
Isn't there any other way? One that doesn't involve anyone taking off their face? If I give you something unneeded, will you finally tell me what you were doing by that house? What are you? You're intruding to the bone grub. One can find a time. They call themselves unwanted things and cling to unwanted things themselves. They are children. So they are born. They
Шум надоел.
It'll talk only if I give it needless things, but... What do you want? What kind of box? Will you take orders? What are you? Oh, that's even worse.
My face feels nice in your pocket, but I'm cold without it.
I'm not sure which is more frightening, you with your faces on or without. No. Be nice. As unsettling as it is. Was this really necessary? Why couldn't you just give me an answer?
We're light, because we're unneeded. We have armor so the wind does not scatter us. Your unneeded exchange is also like an armor. It still remembers you, strong and heavy. It can hold on. My face feels heavy in your pocket. You will remember that I exist.
Even the unneeded things shed their masks. Are these... I know they are the Albino. I remember the Albino from Pathologic 1, but... Are these unneeded actors upon the stage? Are they... They are wearing masks and they take the mask off, much like all the rest of us will take our masks off because we're all actors here, but what are you? I can't forget something like that, especially when it doesn't have a face.
You search for the one who looked at human nest. I did it. You can't be mad at me. Nothing touched, nothing destroyed, except for what was destroyed before me.
Why did you feel the need to look at the house? Could you please answer in a way that I can understand?
It was the nest of he who knew the lines. I needed to know how he was, and now I do. Not well. Dead. I'm sad.
So you knew Isidor, the owner of the house?
He who knew the lines knew how to remember us, like a morning dream. He gave his big in exchange for our small, so we would have something to weave a nest and make armor. To him, we weren't unneeded.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. After all, Isidor was a stepman, almost some kind of a kin high priest.
He who knew the lines stitched us back into the world.
So this whole lead with the killer lurking over the house is dead end. You just wanted to pay Isidor a visit.
I didn't visit. I had to check to stop worrying.
Well, did you have a reason to worry?
He who knew the lines came to ask for something. We gave it. Afterward, he was frail, So we had to see him to his nest. Someone was waiting there, and he who knew the lions said not an enemy, not a threat, but there was worry anyway. Now there is a calm, but sadness.
Let me get this straight. You were worried because someone was waiting for Isidor in his own house.
When he was frail. A frail one can't make it if there's trouble.
Fair enough. What was his request? What did Isidor want from you?
Guiding. To take him and his friend far, far into the steppe.
What friend? Who followed Isidor out into the steppe?
How do I say it? We are like winter steppe, bare and frozen. He who knew the lines was like spring, full of promises for new things. You are like it is now, confused, cold, but resisting. The friend was winter, spring, summer, fall all at once. We have never seen someone like that.
Well, it's not going to hold up in court, but I now think I know what Simon was doing before he died.
I don't know where the friend is now. They went different ways in the town. Don't ask where they traveled. It was far. You wouldn't make it. You are frail and you don't have us, and that is good. It's a secret that belongs to others. You can't destroy it, just like you can't destroy another's nest.
But you know the way, right? You showed it to Isidor, the person he was with.
You seem like a clever thing. He who knows the lines can always find his own way through the steppe. Think. Why would anyone take unneeded things along?
So you could point out something only you could see or perceive.
You know enough to understand. You know what it's like for a human to be near us. I won't tell you anything else to protect the nest of another's secret.
People feel unwell in your presence, but why would someone do that to themselves, especially on a long walk? Well, interesting. These strange creatures didn't kill him, but they were with him. The creature removed his mask and turned out to be roughly the same underneath. Well,
Какую-то вещь живут.
Jesus. Being close to them really freaks me out.
Кипит. Трещит.
How do I get out of here?
Скрипит.
That was not the menu that I meant to open, but you know, what to do, I guess. It's time for us to leave.
Кипит. Трещит. Скрипит. А в Танатике было тихо.
Just left with a little bit of a balance to keep us from falling completely into depression.
Это у меня не сустав, а шарнир. Не сломается.
Well, how'd it go? Did the bloodsucker drink you up? He's a vampire, right? Like in the moving pictures, right? Right?
I don't know what that thing was. Or if it was even real.
Ran after you as soon as I could. So I'd know for sure what a vampire did to you, and so I could tell everyone in case, you know.
Gee, thanks. I wouldn't want to be buried in an unmarked grave.
So how about it? Did an albino bloodsucker do in Master Barak too?
No. Strange as it sounds, they were friends.
Really? Master Barak was friends with a real vampire.
I guess he could pull that off.
Tell me, was he home before he died? Seeing patients, preparing tinctures, babysitting you kids?
He never babysat us. He said we were this town's future and taught us things that we'd grow up better than you. But he stopped before his death. He warned us not to wait for him for a couple of days, said he wouldn't be around. We didn't even get to say goodbye.
Shut up, kid. Your vampire was actually with us all these last couple of days. He was helping him with something.
But who killed Master Burak then? Why? I thought it was a vampire because only a spooky story monster would do that. But if it was a human, then how rotten would they have to be?
Well, a human is a creature more frightening than any vampire. I think this is probably good. Very well. Well, this takes us pleasantly to evening then, I suppose. Still so much to do. Time is a-wasting. But I suppose it doesn't matter too much. We do need to redo this day. Let's maybe not drink the taurine, given that we might need to use it. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, no, we do need to use that then. Fuck. I am not burning away my amalgam. That's far too valuable to waste. No way am I burning that. No. My health can suffer. It's fine. My time is needed. Which is what I've said every time I've stayed up until 2 in the morning to study. Or to make YouTube videos. You know, one of the two. Because those two are, of course, roughly equivalent. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Everything's okay. I'm very normal. I can be allowed around the plague.
Порванное связать, сросшееся порвать.
You. We wrote to each other, your father and I. He invited me here. Without him, I feel lost in this town. I'm not sure where to go or what to do. Sorry to hear it. So now I'm trying to puzzle out what happened to him. Stay out of it. My father's death is my kargi, not yours. What's kargi? But I can help. I've discovered some details. I've been to the crime scene. I met a huge stepman there. He introduced himself as Oyun. He's the one who sealed the house. Oyun is the foreman of the Abattoir, an important man among the kin, father's kindred. That means he is allowed to enter the dead house, but he has no right to bar entry for the others. A strange creature, something like a skull on legs, claims that it accompanied Isidor out to the steppe the day before he was murdered. that is, of course, unless I hallucinated it in a dream. You infested a steppe thing with your questions. Still, thank you. Wanted to know what my father was busy with before his death, and I saw those things when I was a kid. Just didn't trust my own mind enough to believe they existed. That they still exist. I think that's it. That's so far all I've managed to uncover regarding your father's death. Well, thank you, Umshin. That is buzzing so much I don't want to listen to you, but you brought me solid facts instead of empty chatter. I'll pave a road with those facts. A road that will lead me to the answer. And if that answer concerns you, too, I'll come find you myself. But now, please leave. I need to face the steppe alone. I've been thinking. It was your father who sent me a letter of invitation to this town. What if he was killed because of me? Listen to yourself. Do you really think the world revolves around you? You know sense of measure and don't know how to finish on a clean note. Ugh. I got carried away, sorry. Can't seem to keep my valuable opinions to myself. Yeah, that was the wrong decision. But I haven't found enough information yet to be able to change that decision. I need to know more. I know that was the wrong thing to say. Like, I was fairly certain it was going to be the wrong thing as soon as I began saying it, but like... we don't have all the answers yet. Without those answers, we are still blind. I am not about this stuff. It's clearly the wrong decision the kids got their own war that they are waging here.
Каждый скрип, как выстрел.
How did I get stuck on a fence? I need to break a mirror already. To be fair, they did warn me very explicitly that if you say the wrong thing at that point with Burak, that he's gonna not be happy. That was very clear. I was just stupid. Very, very stupid, as I often am. Okay. I should have gone to him later. Or maybe I just need to redo that decision. Maybe I just need to fix everything. Do it perfectly. Can't be that hard, right? To fix everything forever and do it perfectly. Right?
Просто не трогайте меня в это время года. И вообще, ничего тут не трогайте.
You know Latin? I remember some phrases every so often. My uncle tried to teach it to me, but I slacked off during the lessons. I hated studying, but I've always liked how it sounded. Like an incantation. What does that one mean? Non scole sed vitae disc something. We do not learn for school, but for life. There's also this one. Errare humanum est. I'm not sure why it came to mind just now, but what does it mean? To err is human. My uncle once told me about the Tower of Babel. Long ago, people already had a polyhedron of their own, but it turned everyone against each other. They stopped understanding one another because of it. It seems this is the shared fate of every miraculous tower. Does your polyhedron also confuse the languages of all the earth? I don't know. People argue that the same language, fighting about if it does more harm than good, but it's like they're still speaking something different. They don't hear each other, or they don't want to. Why is it that only children live in the polyhedron? Uncle lets us in there to protect us, but it's not all children want protection. Some of them don't want to be with us, like the soul and a halves lurking in the warehouses. Be on your guard if you meet them, they're notorious dullards. Well, those dullards are keeping one of your dog-masked buddies in a cage at the warehouse. What? Damn him. Who's taken? Grunky or Tik Tok? I don't know. I didn't ask his name. The boy hardly speaks at all. It's Tik Tok then. It's a quiet one. But no matter who's in prison, we have no time to waste. Come on. The sooner we get him out, the better. You go ahead. I still have business to attend to at the Crucible, but I'll join you soon. Have I learned anything here? Yes, I have. Those blue butterflies once again. Much like something pinned, you know? Pinned immortal butterflies pinned to a case behind glass, preserved forever, dead, but also eternal. The only eternal things are dead after all. To be alive is to move, to change. The only personal item. Hasn't burned a millimeter in 5 minutes. Is time passing in here? Yes, it is. It is. It is. What can I do in here? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Oh.
Игрок подобен пьянице. За новый выход мать родную не пожалеет.
Look who's here! Rag-guest indeed, dressed to the nines, straight from the capital with his high society manners. You've a theatrical speak, bachelor. I like that about you. You make an entrance like you're stepping into the spotlight onto a stage. Where's the owner of this house? He was just here. I'd like to talk to him. Do you mean Simon? You're not as simple as you try to appear, director. Do I appear simple to you? Such an elegant way to insult a man of the arts. Did you know, Simon? What an absurd question. The Crucible is unpleasantly crowded today, like a playhouse during intermission. People sauntering and wearing garments from the capital, their faces cramped with a nervous tick, making polite inquiries about Simon. What do you mean, people? Is this more wordplay, or was there someone here before me? Haven't you met her? What an astonishing non-meeting. Were I not a stage director, I'd think it's staged, not at all a coincidence. Wait, who's her? A woman wearing a garment from the capital with a cold, anemic face. She was here just before you. What did she say? Nothing. We didn't talk. I just watched her walk by in the corridor, that's it. Why would I speak to her? When she passed, I felt a wave of arrogance wash over me. Arrogance and menace. I assume a Glea Lilac. Have you seen that woman before? Never. And I hope to never see her again. She made my hands cold. If she only just left, I got a chance to catch her outside. Ah, you win this time. Told you Khan wasn't in there. Have you been here long? Have you seen anyone suspicious by any chance? You bet we have. Actually, a suspicious individual just came out of the locked study. Very funny. We've got no time for funny right now, Chief. We're looking for Khan. We looked at every bed and every drawer, but he's nowhere to be found. By any chance, did you see him in the study you just walked out of? Khan's in the warehouses negotiating ransom for one of yours. Yes, okay, musical interlude. Perform popular melodies to lift public spirits. I guess that's something we could do. Maria, no, you can't be.
Куда исчезают мертвые?
Wait, I'm Daniil. You spoke with the liars in this house. Tell me, are you a part of their conspiracy? Or are they leading her around by the nose? Liars, I spoke to your family. Precisely. Please note, I'm not calling them scoundrels. My father, uncle, brother, they are all men of honor, but an inventive mind can build magnificent palaces of intellect on a foundation of sand. A common sin of inventors and eccentrics. All my relatives are undeniably intelligent, but they lack the spark of insight, and so they draw false conclusions. Ergo, they lie. And what do they lie to me about? In a word, they say Uncle Simon is dead. I beg your pardon? Simon is alive. What I'd like to know is, are you helping them hide it, or are you being deceived like the rest? Why do you say that? You just left his focus. Surely you sensed it. That diagonal inverse space I haven't visited often, but often enough to know. My family's claims that's where Simon died, but death... Is death even possible in such a place? Did give me a peculiar feeling, like a buzzing at the back of my mind, so to speak, but it's hardly a panacea for death. Well, it's probably too much to expect genuine insight, no matter how brilliant or interesting I might find you. Here's a more substantial argument for you. My father claims that Uncle Simon died the night before you arrived, but I saw you with him yesterday morning. What? Come now on, Daniil, I know your secret. I saw you talking with Simon beneath the polyhedron yesterday morning. I won't ask you what you spoke of. I have no right to pry into Uncle's secrets, and I won't torture you into breaking a vow. But the lie about his death sows confusion. It chokes the townsfolk with black despair. Please stop spreading it. You must have mistaken him for someone else. This must be some kind of mix-up, because I've never met Simon. Yes. Your eyes tell me that you believe your own words. You're not part of the conspiracy. The lie has ensnared you too. Break free of it. People need Simon. I need him. And I believe that you do too. If Simon is alive, that does change everything. Exactly. That's why you must not believe the lies. Don't lose faith, that is the key. I don't know where Simon is, but sometimes I feel his gaze on me even when I walk down the street, but when I turn around, there's no one there. Other times, I'm convinced a stranger's footsteps belong to him, and there are times I fancy him a shapeshifter that he can become anyone. Don't lose faith. You're the one sowing confusion, Henry. Another thing. Don't return to my father and uncle and try to catch them in a lie. You'll never outmaneuver their rhetoric, and the attempt will cost you their trust. They won't give you a straight answer, so you must pave your own way on Daniil. If anyone can manage it, it's you. I am certain of that. This is so confusing. Why can't people just simply tell me the truth? Well, in my mania, I'm gonna fucking run. What? There's still time. There's still time. Oh. Let's see. 39 minutes. $31. Let's go. We've got the power of mania on our side. We can just fucking sprint. 1 minute passed. 2 minutes passed. 3 minutes passed. 4 minutes passed. 5 minutes passed. 6 minutes passed. Okay, actually running with mania does improve the speed. Ooh, I need to maybe not fuck around with this too much because I am beginning to lose.
No.
Would you look at that? Casper Kain, the one and only, descends to us from his ivory tower. If I'd known you were coming, I'd have rolled out the red carpet.
Все-таки девочки лучше мальчиков.
You okay?
Мальчиков не возьмем.
You okay, Grunky? Have they been beating you? Torturing you? Can't. Please forgive me. What have you animals done to him? He can barely breathe. Easy, easy. We never laid a finger on him. He's been starving himself. We bring him food and the silly thing won't even eat it. And you, Doctor, why have you returned? I thought you weren't interested in our squabbles. Curiosity. I'm interested in seeing how you'll resolve this squabble of yours. I asked the bachelor to attend. I figured you wouldn't dare violate the treaty in his presence. Bunny, you should say that, considering this pup of yours violating the treaty and being punished for it is the exact reason that we're all here. But I'm fine with an arbiter being present, and I'm willing to hear any offers that you have. I only have one. A hostage swap. Let Grunky go. I'll take his place in the cage. What? What? Khan, I think we should discuss your plan beforehand. It has, how can I put this mildly, a minor flaw. It's my decision. My people are my responsibility. Uncle Simon taught me that if you can relieve someone of their pain and shoulder their burdens yourself, then you must. I have to stay the course for their sakes. So you're not even considering an option where no one gets locked in a cage? My uncle once said that I had a great test of character ahead of me. He also spoke at length about how imprisoning your soul was the only way to know true freedom. But I never understood what he meant until I saw this cage. Looks like your Uncle Simon did a poor job of explaining the concept of a metaphor to you. You're oddly quiet, Notkin. What happened? Isn't upholding the treaty what you wanted? You'll recall it does permit hostage exchanges. Yes, of course. Just wondering what the catch is. What are you after, Caspar? That's the difference between us, Chieftain. You're always looking for a catch. But I just do what my heart tells me to do. Don't trust him, Chieftain. Bet you anything he's got a lockpick in his pocket. We'll lock him up now, he waits for nightfall, then pop, he's gone. What do you think of Caspar Kain's offer, Doctor? You're the arbiter today, after all. I don't think it's a good idea to condescend to these kids, because these are not children. Like babies. They're not 6 or 7-year-olds, they are teenagers. These are no longer games, these are trials for what they're going to do in later life. Dismissing them as somehow irrelevant is never useful. You have to take people seriously. Even if it seems silly. You have to take people in good faith. There's no other option, Notkin. You're going to have to agree, or you'll end up starving Grunky to death. So be it. Have it your way, Caspar. Up in the cage. But I'm warning you, if you pull something, it's war. You mark my words, Chieftain, we'll lock him up now. His entire posse's going to kick down our doors tonight. That won't happen. Grunky, tell the crew not to try anything. I'm going to handle this myself, is that clear? The last thing we need is bloodshed. I hope you know what you're doing, Khan. Are these the right choices? I guess we won't know for a while yet. Why? Just... why? Why'd you have to interfere? Who even asked you? You lot caused nothing but trouble. Who's you lot? It's always the same. Every time a grown-up intervenes, there's trouble. Are you actually upset that you've been rescued? Death is better than dishonor. What am I going to tell my friends? I got caught by Notkin's crew. That Khan's locked up in a cage now because of me. Khan took a risk for you. Try to be worthy of it. Everybody already teases me anyway. Grunky the flunky, brain of a monkey. Just wanted to prove I could be useful. I just wanted to get those lanterns. Ah, of course. The lanterns are what landed you inside that cage, right? It wasn't about the lanterns, it was about sticking up for something beautiful. Those cat lovers stole a bunch of pretty lanterns from somewhere and stashed them in one of their warehouses. But it's not right when beautiful things belong to idiots, is it? You should take them. It really isn't. Beauty is wasted on idiots. Or perhaps I can figure out some use for them. A decree. The town. What do I do in the town? There's not time. Maybe we can go back to Isidor's house. See if there's anything we can do with it. I have to say, this is rather a lot.
Я больше не могу.
Let's try it. See if we can make anything hide or hair of this. There's something else in there, I know it. Something else that we can do, something we must have missed. Maybe we'll have to come back tomorrow, but if we come back tomorrow... If we come back tomorrow and find that we're missing something still, well, at least we've already searched tonight. Like, we can get used to what's happening here. We can scout the place out so that when we come back by tomorrow I mean earlier today, because time,
Разбитая, не врет.
I don't know how we do this. We got the sample, but... Okay, no way out from this. Nothing else we can do right now, we just have to undo our mistakes. Back to the Stillwater, I suppose. We can make this day perfect again. All we have to do is just live a little more in mania.
Хватит на меня пялиться.
Full.
Слабак.
Okay, good. Full of it. That's fine. I don't think we need to say a lot right this second. Ingredients there. Nothing else here. Fine. Nothing else here either. Recipes.
interesting. That's how we get our recipes then. Just need to... I have time to buy recipes. That's something I can do, right? Because I've got some stuff that I can buy recipes with. That's a good use of our remaining time of the day. What little there remains. Okay, let's try this. Let's just see if we can get some recipes. Some extras on top of what we have. Because the more recipes we have earlier, the less resource waste we have. As always, the kids have got something to trade. Let's try this, right? This has got to lead to something. Okay. This will be then calomel and strychnine. I think I may already have some of those, but doesn't matter. It was useful to know. Oh, more useful items. Okay. I think we've got something useful out of this. We do still need to undo our mistakes of the day, because there are mistakes to be undone.
А в Танатике было тихо.
Okay. And so the day ends. Okay.
Сегодня ты уже ничего не успеешь. Продолжишь завтра или вчера?
Yesterday the treats were in turmoil. Today everyone seems so lost. Dumbfounded, almost, about Simon and Isidor. I'm lost too. I still can't believe they're both dead. The man I came to see and the man who summoned me here. You understand us all better than you think. You know, both Simon and Isidor agree that you can't lead someone by the hand forever. Children must grow up. But here's the paradox. They succeeded in this with their own families, and yet the town clung to them until the very end. They taught us everything, but we never believed we'd learned it. Did you know them well? Simon often stopped by the Stillwater on his way home from the Crucible. I'm not sure if he came to see me or the house. He could sit here all evening, and by morning the town would be abuzz with everything he managed to do arrange or decide. Isidor, on the other hand, never had time for a cup of tea. He was drowning in worries about his patients, about the kin, about the children that he'd taken on for teaching. I seem to have learned something of what Simon could do, yet I feel like Isidor. There's no time for anything, even though there is. It's a shame you could never have met either of them. Sorry. It's a shame you never met either of them. A single conversation with either could change a person's fate. At least I made peace with... I mean, didn't make Simon's family mad. I visited the Kains today and spoke with Georgi. Georgi is a difficult man, and grief doesn't make anyone easier. Did you know he sculpts in his spare time? A good sculpture captures a turbulent, living emotion and freezes it in stone. Georgi resembles his craft. He feels something, and he freezes that emotion forever. It's good that you visited him today. The day after his brother's death, his feelings hadn't yet turned to stone. I hope things will be easy now with Kain's support. The Kains are demanding. Even the seemingly pliable Victor, even little Caspar, they're used to teasing each other, as well as those around them. I don't know what you and Georgi talked about, but it seems you passed the test. Only this test wasn't set by Georgi, but by Simon himself. I thought so. Simon was waiting for you after all, and it's not like him to deny a guest a proper welcome. Apparently Simon invited another guest. Some woman also from the capital. Have you heard anything about that? I heard an unfamiliar woman's voice at the station when your train arrived. A decisive voice, like steel. What was it she said? Something about heading to the tallest landmark? I think there was a smirk in her voice when she said it.
So Aglaia was here. We did see the Inquisitor at the opening.
But she shouldn't be here yet. She doesn't appear until the 6th day. Why is she here before she should be here?
Oh, you bastards. Is this the cat and mouse game? I'm to fight her, Aglaia herself, who can also disperse herself in time? Rats. God help me then. The main landmark here is the Polyhedron, and the Crucible's right next to it.
As is the Stillwater and our Cathedral. I didn't like the way she chuckled. Even if she's Simon's guest, wouldn't you snicker like that when they speak of the Polyhedron?
As for me, I don't like this woman's elusiveness. I somehow missed her at the station and again today. As if she's evading me on purpose. To redo this. There are things we can fix. Things we can change.
So we can get to Isidor's body. I can undo that fuck up. Temporary dead end. Do I want to keep that one? Perhaps I do. I think we should keep that. There are some things to remove and some things to keep. What else can we change? The entire second floor. I need to check an area that Oyun isn't in. We'll just go right. No. I don't know another way that can go. What else can we undo? We want the reconciliation. That's good to have. I think that's probably a good place for the child gang war to go. Because I would rather Caspar be in there than this other random kid. Because I think that while the gang war is smouldering, it won't go active. And we need the kids to not completely kill each other. Right, that's a good thing. This is also a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I'm going to keep those as probably good things. This, however, I need to undo. Maybe there's a way. Let's try it. See what happens. Which the bachelor disturbs the earth twice. He hasn't disturbed it even once yet, according to what I've done so far, which is not a lot. But we know Sheken. Okay, we have options. Options at perhaps making a better day of this. So I shouldn't leave without my effects. That'll do. Not the toy boat. Huh. Okay. I have a plan. I don't think it's a very good plan, but I have a plan.
Мизофония. Dankovsky.
Yep, let's just go. Way. Zoop all the way to the village. There's a lot going on here. Hey, Shad, step back. This body no longer pumps blood through the lines. Don't disturb its deathly rest with your restless life. I'm a doctor. I know how to perform autopsies. I've dissected dozens of cadavers at the Institute's morgue. I want to offer my help. You're breaking our cool and old, our laws. I'm the one who must tend the body. While I'm preparing it for burial, everyone leaves the village so as not to disturb it. No living gaze should brush against a dead body. So this is why you're blind, is that part of the ritual? I don't need eyes to work on the body. You need hands, your nose, your ears sometimes. You need your senses. Turshalga. I'm trying to figure out who killed Isidor. If you won't let me examine the body, could you at least describe the nature of the wounds to me? I'm sure you're experienced enough to do so correctly. Stubborn like a rock. The wounds belong to the body, they must not be disturbed, just like the body must not be disturbed by a gaze. A gaze is like a burn. Sheken must be empty and eyeless, such is the ritual. Take your healthy eyes away from here. None of you stepfolk want to find out what's happened to Isidor?
We know what happened. Patho called for him, so now he must leave, just like you. You need to leave. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way. I guess I won't look. I like the bonfire in the sunset. Basically, we stabbed in the back. Not much of the wound in his body. His feet haven't been washed yet. He walked barefoot in mud and grass. His hands haven't been washed yet. Took a dig in the earth with his bare hands. Looks like sand passed by a block instead of later. Take a sample. We took some blood. Good. Good. I don't need to attend his funeral again. I'd like to see the blood under a microscope. I'll have to settle for chemical analysis. Well, as much as I dislike having to do, as much as I dislike being the kind of person that would break a fairly important ritual, needs must, I guess. At least when it comes to stopping a massive pandemic that will kill everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna oh, I'm going to choose not to feel too guilty on that one. Even though I do kind of feel a bit guilty on that one. Okay, let's undo this mess. We've seen how this goes. Okay.
Правду схоронишь, до самой с той ямы не вылезешь.
And as we go again. Did you yourself touch anything in his study? Did you find anything?
I'm not here to touch, I'm here to keep vigil over spilled blood.
Is keeping vigil over the blood some kind of local rite?
This is an Urusharal between me and Isidor. Stay out of it.
Okay, okay. Very well, I'll leave you to it. But thank you for not chasing me away, be that as it may. Okay. So, we know this part. We've seen this.
is a place of death. Nakhabarangazar, a sacred place. You cannot stay here long. Have you looked your fill? Stop trampling it with your feet. And you? Have you done all you wanted? Is your silent vigil over? I'm safeguarding the peace of the dead, the spilled blood. You wouldn't understand. Tanikdagui-kun. I'm trying to understand how Isidor died. If he meant something to you, shouldn't you be helping me? This is not your Zaya. You shouldn't be here. I'm a doctor, and Isidor was one too. He invited me to this town before he died. I'd say that gives me the right to be here. No. Shikarigungish. You are an outsider. You think you are needed here, but you are wrong. We need kin, and most of all, Isidor's son. Someone who will understand. Do not insult the spilled blood. Leave this house. Listener, this house is a source of the contagion. By staying here, you'll risk catching plague. Please take it from me as a doctor. You need to leave. That can't be. There's plague before, but now it's gone. You are lying. You think you know? You need evidence. I can provide that. It's not hard to come by. Leads to something. There's enough here, but why don't you just do the same thing again? He's just gonna do the same thing again, surely. If he does the same thing again, won't I just end up with the same problem? Did I fix it or not? That's why this mirror is here, because there's...
Да.
What is this? What have you brought here? Tanikagoi-kun, whatever you have in your hand. You know perfectly well what this is, Oyun. That's why you're suddenly so twitchy. I've seen it. 5 winters ago, it was because of this Isidor seal off the crude patrol, locked people in the houses. How they screamed. Why has it returned? How could this be? I thought I'd stopped it. Thought I'd stopped it? What's that supposed to mean? You knew about the plague, I take it. Ah, come on. I need the sample. It's gone. We've lost it. Whatever killed Isidor, man or a beast, haunter or disease, he died in agony, and the significance of death of the town people is comparable to Simon's. I'm missing something. I don't know what to do. I guess not. I guess there's nothing I can do. Do I attend the same funeral again? Do I undergo that again? Will it change anything? I guess it's time to find out. I doubt it will change anything. I very much doubt it's going to change anything at all, but let's try it nonetheless. We've seen this cutscene before.
Главное, что трус. Всегда себя вел как трус. Ненавижу.
So, we've seen this conversation before. Fine. We've seen all of this before.
Сам не ожидал найти здесь такое. Детство-то подзабылось.
Well, if we can undo time to be rude once in a while. What are you, really? It's almost as if Mother Nature was moulding you out of clay and but abandoned the project halfway through. Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Say what you will, Mogo-kun. Yeah, alright. Alright. Okay. So, these conversations...
Почему не везут никого? Так тихо.
Very well. So, we know. So we have all of that information. Okay, we can undo that. We can fix this. Out we go. Back to the lab. We can fix this. I think. I hope. Or at least I can try. That's what we can do in these difficult times. I probably do need to come back to steal the man's amalgam though, don't I? So much amalgam that is just lying around that I haven't got yet. Bit of blood from Isidor's dead body. No good for donation anymore, but suitable for study. Medicum morbo ad hibere. Several days before the outbreak began, Isidor was infected with the sandpest, but the sandpest couldn't inflict wounds upon him. Or could she? All of this bodes strangely. There's something that I maybe need to do back in day one with this. I need to go back further still. But I can't yet. What else can I do today? Dream with children, I guess. Wait for the evening to come around so that we can have that final meeting with Burak. Actually have it properly without fucking it up. I know it's over here somewhere the meeting's supposed to be, so oh well, might as well head along. Not doing anything else right now of value, so okay. How long is it going to take? 44 minutes. It'll be like 7 PM by the time that begins. Is that enough for Burak to show up in the evening? For us to be more careful with our words? It is.
Живое. Какое все живое.
Okay. Around the corner we can do this. Okay.
it, isn't he? There we go. Okay. Let's be careful with our words this time.
Яргачин, яргачин.
Okay.
И все равно самоучка.
Okay. Been to the crime scene. A strange creature. Finally, here we go. He had the sand plague. It wasn't what killed him, but he would have died anyway. Ugh. When he wrote to me about the first outbreak, I wondered how he survived. After all, doctors are at greater risk than most. But this time, Shabnakadir claimed him first. I managed to examine the body before it was buried. Did you see the giant perforating wound? Briefly. Can't look at bodies before burial. I could have insisted, but couldn't quite decide who my father wanted to be after his death. The town doctor or a Menku laid to rest according to the kin traditions. I think that's it. That's all I've managed to uncover. Now we must be careful with our response. And for the sake of that, I'm going to now just move my camera slightly over this way, just so you can see all the responses. Killed because of me? No. Incorrect. Killed by Oyun? Unlikely to impress Artemi here. Maybe the killer realized that Isidor had the plague. What if they were trying to stop the epidemic by killing patient zero? Nope, that was the wrong one to use. Perhaps I should just leave him be. Should I thank him when I find him? Don't give me that crap. Father was a doctor and a Menku. If he discovered he had the plague, he would have done the right thing. Locked himself away and warned everyone, and documented the progression of disease using his own case. You have no sense of measure and don't know how to finish on a clean note. Ugh. I just wanted to help. Give you my hypothesis to mull over. Maybe I'll leave that actually. I don't think I'm going to do another do-around of that just to see, because I'm actually quite certain that there's more to be analysed here. Perhaps when we have more information on the other days we can come back to this. I want to have a clean run as much as I can and burn as little amalgam as possible, but I don't know if this helps. There's nothing outstanding on the quest list here. Especially given that if that connects to day 3, we become friends on day 3. Well, that's okay. Maybe he just considers me as an asshole once in a while. I appreciate that it's not an ideal time. I appreciate that he probably doesn't want to have that kind of talk and distraction right now, but like, come on man, I'm trying to help you. Okay. I don't think there's anything more we can do. I think this day probably ends here.
Кипит, трещит, скрипит, живет.
I wonder if there's some other way. Something else that I'm missing. I just can't shake the feeling that I have not really solved today. Not yet.
Time's a wasting. We shouldn't be wasting too much of it. Even though right now I think we perhaps in abundance. I'm sure that amalgam's going to become a problem in time. That wasn't supposed to be a pun, but it was. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can do with this. It's not. I must have known. Back and redo this. They might. The people that have not to metagame too hard, but I assume our developing team knew that we would be idiots about this, that we'd be insistent. That mirror's gone. I was supposed to be here.
Шум надоело.
Okay. What else am I not seeing here? I don't have to carry everything in my arms all the time. Why am I carrying this bottle of water? I don't need it. I do need the matchsticks, the morphine, the big morphine, the diamorphine, the taurine I don't need. I must be missing something. It doesn't cost me anything to go back to day 2 or 3. Oh no, it does. It does cost me something to go back to day 3. There's nothing I want to do on day 3 either way. Anyway. It costs me nothing to redo the day I've just done. Jump. But I can't get Isidor's last parcel. Why can I not go back to the first day? Must be something. I need to consider this, and I need to consider what we've learned on this day, which is very similar to the experience of Pathologic, the original, and to Pathologic 2, at least in terms of the big story beats. We know a lot of what happens. This is watching another performance of the play, but this time done in an avant-garde manner, I suppose. A different kind of immersive theatre, one in which the play continues on without us, and we, the audience, must come in at random intervals. We already know the story, so piecing it together isn't so hard. At least in broad strokes, but the devil is of course in the details, and those little small fragments are just not quite fitting yet. I think we've done everything we can on day 2, for now. We might have to come back. For now, though, I am going to leave off. Thank you all for following me, and we'll see you next time.